Hi guys and gals and kittens, and welcome to the I Need a Magic show. In this video I'm going to show you how you can use Magic to create an MCP tool in 5 seconds, literally. So now Magic is an MCP server. If you didn't know, you can copy the URL here. The way you connect it to Claude is that you go in here, you choose this guy, you choose customize, you choose connectors, you add custom connector, and you paste in the URL and you give it a name. I've already done that, so I've already connected to this cloudlet in Claude, right? So now I can already use Claude, Magic from Claude. However, in this video I want to create 2 new MCP tools that equips my Claude instance with 2 additional tools. So here I'm clicking Command dot. You can also click the robot. Whoops, sorry about that. You can also click the robot in the bottom left corner, or Control dot if you're on Windows. Now, what I want to do now, I want to start a new session, and I want to tell it, I want you to create 2 new MCP tools for me. One will fetch a Chuck Norris joke using the public API, and the other will return 5 rows from Chinook database and its artist table. Continue until done. So now what this orchestrator LLM is doing, this is GPT 5.6 Luna, by the way, going through OpenAI, of course. Now, if I had used it from Claude, there would be no inference happening on the cloudlets, right? So that would go on my monthly Claude subscription. However, I kind of wanted to separate the act of creating and the act of consuming the MCP tools here, which is why I'm creating it in Magic now. Okay, continue. This is the prompt engineering. It's you know, OpenAI doesn't always understand how to execute functions, and it is the Luna model. I need to emphasize $1.2 per million output tokens. Can tune it up a little bit if you want to, at which point you get like brighter IQ or whatever on the LLM. However, I actually wanted to make a point out of, like, you know, that this is going to cost me 2 cents or something, because it's going to be like 20K output tokens or something. Probably less. In fact, probably 50K output token in total. Okay, so now you see the LLM messed up because it tried to generate code and save into a folder where the folder actually didn't exist from before. So that's why you see those 2 red generate type lambda guys there. And now it's done. Now I can close this guy, I can switch back to Claude, and I can log out from my connector. You have to do this, unfortunately. It has nothing to do with Magic. But Claude only discovers tools during connection. So I actually have to disconnect and reconnect now. But hopefully now, at this point, I will actually have 2 new MCP tools, one allowing me to see artists from my database, and the other one integrating with Chuck Norris HTTP API and returning a random joke to me. So let's see if these guys are working now. Can you use Magic to tell me a Chuck Norris joke and to show me 5 items from Chinook artist table, please? So now let's see what it actually does. Now the point is, obviously, now these tools are already inside of the MCP server. I need to emphasize. So I went from prompt to MCP tool in literally 3 seconds. Literally. I'm not even kidding. So let's see what the orchestrator LLM comes back with. Now it's like this view. Oh. Found tools. Okay, who am I? Where is it executing this? Okay, hyper lambda, workflow. Okay, this should probably work. My MCP server has like 300 tools because I'm like using it for development purposes. So obviously that's like way too many tools. Claude actually deals with it quite well because they actually search for relevant tools before they invoke the LLM. Somehow with like a proprietary algorithm, they're probably supplying the entirety of the convo, vectorizing it, I presume, and then like, you know, comparing it by distance. But here you can see Chuck Norris always gets laid on the first date. I probably shouldn't have spoken that out loud. Maybe YouTube's gonna censor me now. And there are 5 artists from the Chinook database. Now, I want to emphasize I created these tools literally with this sentence. And the whole process took like 20 seconds. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.